If you're a high-performing leader who has done all the things you're supposed to do to be successful, you went to school, you got the degree, you got the job, you started the family, you got the promotions, and yet you look around and wonder, why did I work so hard? Is this all there is? Then pay attention. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how you can go from feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, stressed, maybe even resentful, to aligned, balanced, and fulfilled. Hi, I'm Dr. Baina Parker, social psychologist, executive coach, and founder of Level 42 Consulting. I'm an expert in helping high-performing leaders transform their lives and careers. Over the last decade, I've worked with top leaders and executives to go from living on autopilot to living a life aligned with their own goals. We do this work with the 4-step system called the Life Aligned Leader. The core issue facing high-performing leaders is a lack of clarity. This shows up as going through the motions, but lacking control and fulfillment, feeling uninspired, unmotivated, and disconnected from your own goals and desires. We solve this through getting clarity. This is your alignment system. We begin by creating your ultimate vision and an action plan to feel fulfilled and in control of your life again. We identify your true core values to unlock your most powerful source of motivation, and we create a plan to allow you to design a life with intention and purpose. Just like my client Rob, who was a supply chain executive in the aerospace industry. When he came to me, Rob was struggling with communication and conflict at work because he was feeling micromanaged and lacking the inspiration he'd felt in previous roles. He didn't know how to show up as the leader he wanted to be. We solved this by focusing on Rob's vision for his life and career and the things he needed to feel aligned with his role. Once he had this clarity, he felt connected to the impact he wanted to make, and he was recruited by Amazon for his expertise and leadership style. The next issue high-performing leaders come to me for is boundaries. This is where there's no work-life balance, your job is all-consuming, and you begin to neglect yourself and your family. Your fear of failing and letting people down makes you unable to delegate or give up control. You end up always putting out fires, working in a state of hyper-urgency and addicted to the adrenaline. The result? You're overworked, stressed, and exhausted. Deloitte found that more than 40% of C-suite leaders are often or always overwhelmed and stressed. High performers get so used to working at a high speed that many have trouble stopping work, and they struggle to find time to exercise, sleep, or even spend time with friends and family. We solve this with boundaries. This is your balance system. The balance system helps you own what you have control over and release what you can't control. We create powerful boundaries for your time and energy and build a solid work-life balance so you can focus on what matters most: your health, your family, your happiness. We also empower you with the skills to effectively lead and leverage your team so you can focus on the critical things that only you can do and delegate the rest. The third issue facing high performers is a presence problem. This shows up as lacking executive presence, having poor communication and influence skills, and struggling with emotional intelligence. It can also show up as challenges with navigating difficult relationships or dealing with office politics. We solve this with the confidence system to help you leverage the power of influence to create deeper connections and strengthen your communication skills. We help you own your executive presence by learning to respond versus react, and to recognize and effectively communicate your own needs while managing challenging relationships. Like my client Laura, a senior VP of HR for a global tech company. Laura reached out to me at a time when her career was at a crossroads. She was doubting herself and her impact. Her lack of confidence affected her ability to set a clear strategic vision with her team, and she struggled with office politics and communication. We strengthened her confidence and her ability to communicate her expertise to her team and senior leaders. Now, she's leading 5 times the staff. She responds instead of reacting to the chaos around her. She has deeper connections with her team, and she confidently manages those challenging relationships that show up when you're leading HR for a global company. The final problem that brings high-performing leaders to me is habits. The habits I'm talking about are the ones you never intended to pick up, like holding yourself and your team to unrealistic and unattainable expectations, trying to be perfect all the time, pretending that everything is great when you know you're burned out and overwhelmed, doubting your value, and failing to show up as the leader you know you are. Some of these are known as imposter syndrome, and it affects even those at the top. In fact, more than 70% of people will experience imposter syndrome at some point in their life. We solve this by creating intentional habits in the transformation system. We set clear and realistic expectations for yourself and your team. We help you recognize, interrupt, and replace the habits that aren't serving you and create the psychological safety to be human and not have to wear the mask of perfection. All of this helps you show up as the leader and person you have always wanted to be. These 4 steps are the foundation for the Life Aligned Leader program. If you're ready to go from living on autopilot to designing a life that is aligned with the dreams you have for yourself and your career, then click the link below to book a call. I look forward to talking with you soon.